Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. So glad you're here in the midweek. My good friends, Ricky and Scotty G, join me today for your listener questions. And we start off the show with some breaking news about this year's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties and Epcot's Food and Wine Festival coming later this year. And then we tackle some questions about character dining options for a guest who is traveling to Walt Disney World for the very first time with her family in September. And we talk about the logistics of getting over to Hoop-Dee-Doo Review at Pioneer Hall at Fort Wilderness. This and much more coming your way on today's show. Don't forget, our podcast is always brought to you proudly by the folks over at the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. Just use it as often as you can. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the all-stars that make this show happen. I can't thank you enough for that. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get the bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd love to have you. Patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2691 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. And as always, thank you for dropping in for some fun Disney talk here in your midweek. And of course, we always take care of your listener questions as we get through Hump Day. And we've got some great ones. But if you're tuned in live, and you can do that every Monday, early evening, late afternoon, around 5:30 Eastern, we all get together. You can always drop those questions in the comments. So if you're tuned in live, drop them in right now, wherever you're watching, and you'll be a part of today's show. We have some in the inbox. We're going to talk Disney, and we even have a little breaking news. Here's recording live, and we'll talk a little Food and Wine Festival. We'll talk a little Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. All that stuff broke this week because, you know, nothing says Halloween and Food and Wine Festival like early mid-May. That's what we're going to do. So joining us today, we have, well, let me get the introductions done.
All right.
We have Ricky from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less, where you can find all this breaking information. But Ricky, how did you have a nice Mother's Day weekend? Hope you did.
No, I did not.
I saw you had a little stomach bug, but I hope you're doing better.
I very much had a stomach bug. Yeah, got it in Friday night into Saturday morning and pretty much laid in bed all Saturday. And finally felt well enough to go out. A friend of mine owns a brewery here in town. And I was like, I feel good enough to just go and sit at the brewery and you can bring food in. So we brought peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And that was Brian's idea. He's like, let's just bring in peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the bar. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. So he went and picked up all the stuff. So that was very nice of him. And he, you know, provided that and some macaroni salad. And he got some, look, it smelled amazing. I just couldn't eat it. He got some amazing roast beef from like the deli counter. I really would have liked to have eaten it, but I don't think my stomach would have liked it very much. But yeah, it was a very different Mother's Day than I thought it would be. But you know what? You just kind of got to pivot and deal with it. And that's what you do as a mom. So I pivoted and was like, I still got to celebrate. And that's great. And he and Lucy got me some amazing Mother's Day presents, which was also really fantastic. So I got a 2000 Millennium Celebration Mickey Mouse that he found at a flea market up here. So that was really cool. They actually went shopping for me on Saturday since I wasn't feeling well. And they're like, we're just going to go shopping.
Good call. He saved. They got the save with the stomach bug. That's nice.
He did get saved by the stomach bug. This is true. Yeah.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, and that Mickey.
I am, yeah.
Anything Millennium Celebration, awesome.
It's really cool. I was like, absolutely floored when I saw it, when I like opened the package. I'm like, oh my God, like this is really amazing that you found this. And there's a flea market up here that has some real, I think they used to have like someone who used to be an Imagineer or someone who worked in, in like security or something for Disney, because I've gotten some really amazing finds at this flea market that are completely rare, and things that like grand opening tokens from Tokyo Disneyland. And I think I have one for Epcot too. And like some really, really cool things. So every once in a while we'll go back up to this flea market and see if there's anything else that's really interesting Disney related up there. So he came through again.
There you go. I mean, Brian, he does it, and as much as I remember, because we were doing the show at the time, like when they took the wand down off of Spaceship Earth, I was like, this is great. Like we get the pure,
Yes.
Spaceship Earth again. It's going to be wonderful. But I mean, if I could have the wand back, I'd put it back up there for a little bit. It's
Wrong.
I put it right here in the studio. I'd like it right behind me.
You can have it at your house.
Absolutely.
I don't
Right
want it up
behind
on
me. I want
Spaceship
the
Earth.
wand right over me as I podcast. All right. Also joining us, we have Mr. Scotty G from Must See Adventures. And let me just give you some breaking news. I got to get a breaking news sounder on the board. I'm going to do that this week. But as we speak, we are one subscriber away on the channel from our next drawing for a $25 Disney gift card. So I'm just saying, by the end of the show, if you are not subscribed to Must See Adventures, we could be spinning the Wheel of Destiny very shortly. So just make it happen if you're not subscribed. So anyway, Scotty G, what's going on here on the midweek? Happy to have you.
Happy midweek. Yeah, it's I got a final band concert coming up. The last are happening, and they're happening quick. Last prom, last band concert, graduation just a couple weeks away. It's crazy. But yeah, having a good week so far, and yeah, one away from the Wheel of Destiny. You got to comment on the Instagram post too. But like next thing you know, we're gonna be to 1,000. We'll be giving away $100 gift card then.
Whoop.
So yeah, why
Whoop.
would you not want something free?
No,
right?
absolutely.
It
Yes.
costs you nothing to subscribe, just like it costs you nothing to subscribe to Ricky's page, to the Be Our Guest podcast. Leave
Correct.
5-star reviews. Like we're just gonna throw it all out there right now before we get
Exactly.
started, right?
Let's go. It's all free and
Let's
it just
go.
makes us all happy. I mean, let's spread some
does.
joy today. Yeah, it's exactly right. So let me ask you, Scott, I mean, where do you fall on the old Millennium Wand of Epcot and Spaceship Earth? Were you a fan or were you excited to see it go?
I mean, that's well before my time. My first trip was in 2011, so I don't even know what that's like. And
But
I'm
when
jealous
you see,
for those
when
that
you see
did. Like,
pictures, when you see pictures, though, I mean,
I've
was
seen
it
some pictures.
something?
It
What do you think?
looks wow. I mean, I would like to check it out. Like that, and like the birthday cake castle. Like that'd be fun to see. Ricky, a few weeks ago on the podcast, was talking about the toilet paper of like
Yep.
Stitch on the castle. That'd have been interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that'd be a nice permanent thing. The wand. It looks like it was pretty obstructed. I just know how like people today, like how they were about the barges, like in World Showcase over like Harmonious. I would love to know how they would react in today's world with social media and stuff if they did that wand. That would just
Oh
be kind of fun to
gosh,
see.
yeah.
It was definitely of the time, right? I mean, it fit in with like the 90s aesthetic in the early 2000s. Like it was of the time. I mean, it fit. It was, I didn't mind it.
worked.
I didn't mind it. I mean, it looked, I liked it. But then, there was a super excitement when it came down because we're going back to how Spaceship Earth should look, it kind
Right.
of, but I think they did hold on to it a little bit too long. I
Maybe
think
a
that was
This would
what
be a
people
fun
were-
topic. Like, what era of Disney would you like to go back to? Like, pick like
Oh,
a
stop.
land in a year or something. I would
Oh.
love to go to like some 90s Epcot. Like that just seems like I
Dang,
would
yeah,
just
that'd be
soak that
cool.
up. But like
I think that would be an answer for most people. Would be
Yeah.
like,
But like some
90s Epcot,
60s,
yeah.
but some 60s Disneyland
This
sounds
is
really
true.
awesome too. So like I don't know, like so many tough choices there. We could
That's
talk
a
about
good.
that.
That's a good show because I'd love to play those computers like in the old like Communicore, like with that kind of stuff. That would be amazing.
MGM back when they had like the tour, like the full
Yes.
tour. Like I don't know, it's so many options.
Okay, this is Wednesday. Future Mike's Wednesday morning right now. The Discord's going. Brrr. Everybody's talking about this because you just lit it up again, Scott. Okay, so real quick before we get into listener questions, Ricky, we have wine and food and wine festival information, but let's talk Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. Dates and rates. You don't have to get into everything. We don't have to give all
Yeah.
the party dates, but when does the party start? When does it end? And I think the party tickets top off at a whopping $230 this year.
I think it's more than that. Hang on.
Oh my
Let
God!
me.
Stop my heart. That's crazy.
Sorry,
yeah,
129 to like
229.
219.
Yeah,
or something,
119 to 229. That's where the tickets range.
How
Yeah,
is there a
okay.
$110 difference between like?
That is
Like,
wild.
it must be like the first party
229,
versus the
230
last.
bucks.
It's definitely those like Tuesday, August, or early September parties versus
Man.
October 31st for sure. That's the difference. But yeah, so you said that it seems early, but it's actually kind of late this year. A lot of people have been clamoring, especially online, of when are they going to release Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party dates? When are they going to release Mickey's Not? I mean, it was like I read it every single day for the most part of this entire month so far. So they are officially here, and because usually they announce it kind of like around that halfway to Halloween mark, which is usually that the 30th of April into the 1st of May, kind of somewhere around there. But now we have the dates. They are going to run from August 15th until October 31st. This year, they'll be on select dates, so they're not going to be every single night. But there will be a lot of nights that have parties. And then, of course, for those who don't know, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a hard ticket event that actually has some fantastic live entertainment. There's the parade that is spectacular, or I guess I should say not so spooktacular. There's
so
the
scary.
fireworks. Well, that's actually the fireworks show. That's that. And then there's trick-or-treating that you get to do. You get to dress up in costume. There's some stage shows. There's the Hocus Pocus show that everybody loves. There's some other things. They're changing Jack Skellington this year, so he's actually going to look like Jack Skellington instead of a creepy version of Jack Skellington. Yay! That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing, and I couldn't tell much of a difference, but I mean, he's still kind of
there's
like
a major difference. Like I'm not even a Jack Skellington fan. It's a major difference.
See, I was like, it was kind of like when I go to the eye doctor, and they're like, is this better or that better? I'm like, I just like
trust
B.
me.
I can't ever.
You would
tell
not pass that spelling test.
No,
I don't. Yeah,
not even close.
He still look kind of the same. But okay,
no,
go ahead.
Huge difference.
I'll go back and take a second look. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Take a second look. Okay. Tickets go on sale for guests staying at Walt Disney World Resort hotels starting on May 15th, which would be this week.
Yep.
And which is why they were like, I guess we need to announce the dates. And then tickets go on sale for everybody else beginning on May 22nd. So keep in mind, obviously, those dates do sell out quickly, especially for Halloween night. So if you want to go on Halloween night, make sure you get those tickets ASAP. Another night that often sells out quickly is going to be that first night because you've got all the vloggers and bloggers there. So, just keep that in mind if you're wanting to go that night.
Avoid that night. Avoid that night.
Yeah, I would avoid that night. Plus, it's really hot too.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's in the middle of August, and it's just, it's so unbearably hot. I mean,
or at least rethink your costume strategy. Don't go as somebody that's got 3 layers, like a thick pirate costume or something.
No. So anyway, that's kind of the basics right now about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So the more details will come out about like actual events, but for the most part, it seems like they're pretty much going to be the same as they always are. Nothing really new is coming out, as of except for Jack Skellington's new head. So other than that,
there you go. I guess if you're a skeleton, you're allowed to do that.
Exactly. You're allowed to get a new head.
Yeah, exactly. So. Just interchangeable parts. So we got that.
Yes.
So I mean, it's mid-May, so we got some Halloween news, but we also have Food and Wine festival information, which will be starting in August, ending right around Thanksgiving. So what do we have there, Ricky?
Yeah, so Food and Wine is kicking off August 28th, and it's lasting through November 22nd of this year. Again, not a lot of details have been released. They just kind of pretty much posted the dates and a few things to, kind of think about. Obviously, there's going to be the Food and Wine Festival booths. There's going to be 35 in all this year that are going to be around the park, not just World Showcase anymore. Back in the day, it used to be you could only go around World Showcase and get, food booth, items. Now it's pretty much the entire park has different things. So you got a lot more square footage to get to and a lot more food to get in your belly. There's also, of course, going to be the return of Emil's Fromage Montage. So if you love cheese, this foodie scavenger hunt is for you. You get to pick up different cheese-related food dishes at the different food booths around World Showcase. I keep saying that. Around the park. I gotta get out of that World Showcase mentality for this. And then if you pick up 5, I believe it is, you buy 5 different items and they stamp your passport for those 5 different stops, you will get a free cheesy related treat. So that's kind of cool. And then Remy's Hide and Squeak Scavenger Hunt is also coming back this year, where you search for Remy now this is in World Showcase. You search for him in World Showcase. He's got different ingredients, and then you put a sticker on the map, and then you'll get a prize for that. And then, of course, returning is the fan favorite, the Eat to the Beat concert series, which is
Boys to
just
Men,
always
let's go. They got to come
always
back
at the
because
time, yeah.
they're releasing actually yesterday. As this comes out, they came out with an album for the Disneyland
Nice.
70th, and Boys to Men on that album sing Rainbow Connection.
I can guarantee that they will be at Epcot this year
That's
and
right,
singing that
Motown
song.
Philly, baby.
Just I'm putting that down right now.
Yeah,
That's gonna
so is
happen. We don't have any concert information as far as who's performing, but of course we can expect probably Boyz II Men, probably Hanson. I know Sugar Ray actually just performed.
Pam's guy, Sugar Ray. I couldn't remember.
Yes,
his name.
I know
Yep.
he just performed at Flower and Garden, I believe. But I saw him at Food and Wine last year, so who knows? He could be back. 98 Degrees just performed too at Flower and Garden, but hey, they could come back too. So got lots of great artists who are fan favorites for sure, who may be coming. And if there's an artist that you want to see, the Eat to the Beat concert series dining packages will be back available this year. Again, no details are out about that. But you know, that's still an exciting thing. So yay.
All right. So one other thing.
Food and Wine.
So we got good information there. Let me ask Scott something, because we also found out one other thing too this week. We got a lot of drops back on Monday. Monday was like, and this way you gotta be in the clubhouse though, because everybody's talking about Mohawk. He's joining us over right now. He's staying up super late 'cause he's over in Scotland as we're recording live. He's tuned in live from his bed, he says, which we appreciate. You can watch wherever you want. We don't judge. But he's going to be there during this time. So this is definitely affecting his vacation plans. He's going to a Halloween party. He's, I think, running in one of the races during Wine and Dine. He's going to be enjoying the festival at Epcot, probably seeing some of these concerts. So this is definitely information that's going to shape his vacation. But we also found out that reservations going to open up for the Beak and Barrel, or the new bar over in Adventureland. Is it the
We did, and then they took it back.
Oh, they took it back?
So,
well, hey, I got my
they took it back.
reservation because I'm Mike Robin. No, I didn't. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
exactly.
I'm not.
Yeah,
But here,
they,
I had a question. Hang on. But so we'll go ahead with that, and then I'm going to ask Scott a question about it, because I have a hypothetical question about it. Go ahead.
So Disney the information had been released, I guess, on the webpage for Beak and Barrel, and then they quickly rolled that back after probably like a couple hours, when I guess they realized, oh, hey, we didn't mean for this information to go live. So don't know if it was just wrong dates, don't know if they really weren't ready for it, don't know anything of why it was rolled back, but obviously it was rolled back for a reason. So not quite yet, because it was weird, because it was just for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Nights.
Yep,
So that
that's what
was
I
the
gonna
weird
ask
part.
about. Yep. And,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask Scott. So Scott, let me ask you this. So say you go to, because you go to the Halloween party. Say you go to the Halloween party and you're paying. I mean, these lowest price tickets. Say you go in September sometime. Tickets $130. That's what lower tickets, right?
That's
It's like, dude,
crazy.
that's expensive.
That's one of the cheaper ones.
I know. And
Yeah.
say are you gonna spend time to go into the Beak and Barrel and like hang out? I think they boot you out after like 45 minutes. There's a
45.
time limit. But I mean, you got to look at like the price. I mean, I hate to I hate to quantify things at Walt Disney World, right? Because it's not quantity, it's quality. That's how I see things. Walt Disney World, Disneyland. But you only get so many hours during the party. Are you going to spend it in Beak and Barrel? How do you see things like that? What do you think about that?
I mean, I might, as an experienced party goer, like I want to, because I don't go there necessarily to do the attractions, because I'll do that on other days of my trips. I want to see like the parade, the specialty things, and to me that seems like a specialty offering. Maybe they're like dressed up in different costumes because it's Halloween party, So I think I would still do it, and it's 45 minutes, but you still get like 5 hours of party time. So it's however you want to do it. I understand though, right? Like, wow, you just spent 20% of your party time like in this lounge, that you paid this ticket for, and you're spending more money. But I would do that. Like, it's the crazier one to me almost is like, and I've thought about doing this before, is like the hard ticket events within inside the hard ticketed events, like
the dessert parties or
the
something.
dessert
inside,
party
yeah.
for
Yeah.
for the Christmas party. Like those are the ones I struggle with the most. But I get it though. Like it helps you save time during those things too. This is like the opposite of saving time, but I think it'd be a good experience. One thing I wanted to ask you too, though, when Ricky was talking about the Food and Wine, you're like, you're giving those details. We don't know who the artists are. We're gonna have these booths, like kind of like the same things every year.
Mhm.
And I think about things that I'm still missing from like the
Mhm.
pre-pandemic days. So I'm missing Tables in Wonderland. Hello,
Yeah.
let's manifest that again. I love Tables in Wonderland, but I miss the food seminars at Food and Wine. Remember they would bring like people in
Yes.
and they would do like demonstrations out there. I remember like Good Morning America would like host like do like a morning show live from Epcot and all that. Like I miss the food seminars. I wish they would really bring those back because that was
Yep.
like really cool to me to the festival.
And you know what? They had a tease of that. Like they didn't have the seminars, but remember the one year the was it? I think it was Wine and Dine, but they brought back the race for the taste. I think it was like
springtime surprise they brought back.
Was it Springtime Surprise? But like they brought that theme back for one of the races. Guy won the shirts because I never did that race. Like back in the day when it was super popular, I was like, oh man, I always want to do race for the taste. Never did it. And they brought that theme back, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I always like assumed that was like during the weekend that they had the food seminars too at the same time because people would go down and go to the seminars and stuff. And you're right. I mean, I think the time's right for that because in Tables in Wonderland, the same thing. I think that, they need to incentivize people to do more sit down dining. I mean, I think that this is going to be a slower summer. I mean, I think we're seeing that, right? And they're going to want people to do more sit down dining. So how do you do that? You get your frequent flyers to go back and maybe book more ADRs. I mean, yeah, you're giving bigger discounts, but you're getting more butts and seats in these,
But the
higher
seminars are
scale
so
restaurants.
cool. Like you could like see like celebrity chefs like do like performances or like making. I don't know. I just thought they were really unique to the festival, and now it feels no different than any of the other festivals because they added the food booths.
I think you just answered your own question. Well, they'd have to pay the celebrity chefs to come there, and now they don't have to. So, there's definitely a cost savings there. And
I guess, and
I
bring back
agree
the
with you,
cranberry
though.
bog too. Bring back the cranberry
That
bog.
cranberry
Yeah,
bog that bog was awesome. That was the weirdest thing ever, but it was super cool. But they give out Uncrustables now. I mean, that they do that.
It's kind of sad because the Food and Wine Festival has become kind of, in a way, my least favorite festival because of the fact that they've taken away so much of the nuts and bolts of it, and literally all it is, hey, we have food booths, come eat. And it's like, well, you have food booths at every other festival now.
That's what it is. It's what it is. It's stale. It was great, but the thing is, it's become same old. Like
After
they need
COVID,
something.
it
And my favorite food
stale.
booths are at different festivals. Like Flower and Gardens food booths are way better. The festival holidays, like come on, like every single one of those are awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Like,
they are.
there's just less of them is the thing. There's just less of them, but
yeah.
But you nailed it, Scott. Because they need something to delineate the Food and Wine Festival, and that would be it to bring in celebrity chefs, and all of a sudden then you plus
it just feels like another festival without the topiaries, without the other cool stuff,
without everything else. It's a basic. Hey, here's our festival model, and this is all we got right now. So
and it goes on for 90 days.
Forever.
That's a quarter of the year.
Yes, yeah, it's the longest running festival, and it's also the one that's the least exciting now. They just don't have much going on for it. So
and what's weird is it's really the time to. I mean, there's so many like celebrity chefs that are not maybe like mainstream TV, but like online celebrity chefs.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying like YouTube's superstars.
Well, just bring some of the chefs at the restaurants that are
or that, yeah, like Wine Bar George.
We did that at Alani. So the pastry chef came out. We made macaroons with the pastry chef at Alani. Like that's a great seminar, right? Like that we paid a little extra for, and like they could just do that with their current staff.
They could. Yeah.
We should probably answer.
Listen to us.
I love Mohawk. We should probably answer a listener question since it's Wednesday. But Mohawk says Chef Boyardee. Now, see, I'm on deck with that. Some raviolios from back in the day. We could make some raviolios and some SpaghettiOs.
Yes, Chef Boyardee teaching you how to make a St. Louis staple T-Rabs.
Yes, now we're talking. Yeah, and he says his pitch is living with the land is an onboard buffet. That'd be an after. Event.
That reminds me of the Tables in Wonderland specialty events.
Yeah.
Remember they used to you could like dine in like the Wizard of Oz scene.
Oh yeah.
At the Great Movie Ride. That was like a Tables in Wonderland event. Like they had crazy stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
All right, real quick. Jenna, one of our listeners, she's a lizard. She is back at her training groove, which I've been super proud to see. She says, hey, Mike and crew, we're going on an Alaskan Disney cruise as a family, 2 adults, 3 kids. They're 6, 10, and 12. We've met the kids. They're
It's the one that's
awesome.
boarding today.
Yes, I know. They're on the ship right now, so we got to get on this.
Yeah.
That's why we're sitting
Before
here
they sail
yapping
away.
as the cruise is literally sailing away right now. She says, but our 87-year-old grandma is also joining the cruise. She loves cruises, but has never done a Disney one. Do you have any tips? I don't want her to be bored or think it's all kid stuff. We've never done an intergenerational trip like this, but want to balance getting grandma time, family time, and Lord willing, some parents only time. Thanks, Jenna. So what do you think the Alaska cruise is going to be nice?
D Lounge is such a great spot because they're on the Wonder, so the D Lounge is like the nice. I assume I've only seen the D Lounge on the Dream class, but there's a D Lounge on these.
Yes,
though,
it's
right?
it's right above Triton's. I mean, it's right there off the lobby. Yeah, it's a nice D Lounge. Yeah.
Yes, I always think that's like the best family spot because they do such fun stuff for like all ages in there, right? Like they do like the family karaoke so that the grandparents can hang out. There's like it's comfortable. There's a lot of space there, and I think of like the theater. There's so many great things, and I think that's what she's asking, right? Where like her mother can like do fun stuff with the kids. Is that how I was interpreting that, or was I wrong on that?
No, we've had the discussion in the over in the Discord throughout the week before that we got to get to this question because obviously we only do the shows once a week, but the Discord's like a 24/7 listener question show. And she's not going to have technology, so she's not going to be using the app or anything like that. But, we've given suggestions like, find quiet spaces for her. She likes to read, so maybe places for her to read a book. But like Jenna and her husband could go off to Palo and she could spend time with the grandkids and, just, watch them and, do activities with them, like play board games because there's board games on the ship and stuff like that, in public areas. But
I mean, I can quick
stuff like
fly
that.
out and like I can be entertainment. I'll entertain. Like I want to go on this ship.
There you go.
The thing is, like, just being there with the grandkids, I think, is going to be the big win for grandma, and just seeing the sights. I mean, the only thing I kind of worry about a little bit is that some of the excursions with Alaska can be somewhat aggressive sometimes because there is a lot of walking and stuff. Because, I mean, it's, Alaska's rugged and it's awesome. I think that's why a lot of people go there. But, she doesn't have to do all those excursions. Anything you would add to it, Ricky, before we go on to the next one?
No, but I think there's a lot of things in Alaska that, because it's such a popular destination for cruising, I feel like they have things for kind of all ages. So I feel like they could probably come up with something to do with the whole family there too. But yeah, the thing I was going to suggest was, bring some good books because that's one of my favorite things to do on a cruise is because I am unplugged for the most part, although I did plug in a little bit, more on this last one because I did buy the internet package. But even still, like I made time to just stop and read, and I actually read an entire book, and I was like, oh, I finished a book, so like that part was huge. So yeah, I mean, I think that the whole family is going to have fun together, and that's going to be the best part. I don't think you have to worry so much about the, too much Disney or whatever, because I really think that you all are just going to have so much fun together that part's not going to matter much. That's just an added bonus to the whole cruise. Because, cruising on Disney is, yeah, you do get the Disneyfication, but I mean, it kind of one of my favorite things is it feels like you're sailing on an old timey, cruise liner.
Yeah,
so like that's it's like the Titanic with hopefully
Stop. Don't
iceberg.
say that word. What are you doing?
So, but that's what I mean. Like, it feels like that. It's this great experience, and it doesn't the Disney part just adds extra to it is kind of my thought on that. So
If they start playing My Heart Will Go On, go to the
yeah,
top.
then we got a big problem.
Go to the top deck. I'm just saying, grab your life vest. Go
I
to
feel
the
like
top
every ship has like a musician that plays a song. It just, I don't know why, it just happens. They just love the reference to Titanic on
My
ships.
heart will go on. No, you're right. And I think the D Lounge though, like the family game shows, I think Grandma get a kick out of seeing like those. Those are fun because they're so
And
family
it's such a
friendly.
chill.
great
I'm
spot.
missing the D Lounge because my last couple have been on the Wish, and like I
yeah.
love that space. Like it's big,
is
and like
big,
it holds
yeah.
a lot of people. It's comfortable. Like it's
It
great
is.
entertainment for all the families. Like I just love the D
We're
Lounge.
gonna be singing some karaoke in less than 2 months, Scott.
I'll be singing some karaoke.
Yeah, let's go. July 6th, baby. All right, podcast cruise coming at you. All right, Ashley has a question. Hey, Mike and crew, we're headed to Walt Disney World for the first time in September and qualified.
Hooray!
I know, check that out. I gotta give a ding for that. For the first time and qualified for the free quick service dining plan. I mean, she's going to Walt Disney World for the first time, and her food is free. We decided to upgrade to the table service option since we knew we would do at least 2 character meals. This is a whole new realm of planning that I didn't originally think I would be doing, so I need your help. A few questions. Feel free to ask these. Feel free to break these up if it's too much for one show. No, let's go for it. My girls will be almost 8 and 5.5 when we go. My 5-year-old is more into princesses, while my older daughter loves her villains. You're in trouble. Be careful. So here we go. Cinderella's Royal Table or Artist Point with Snow White. Cinderella's Royal Table or Akershus for breakfast. I feel like we need at least one more character meal to make our upgrade worth it. Or do you think we need 2? I would love a suggestion for a character meal at a resort and one inside the parks, but not Chef Mickey's. Thanks for your help. I'm sure I'll reach out again in a few more times before we go. Ashley's out in Arizona. All right, so she has Cinderella's Royal Table or Artist Point, or Cinderella's Royal Table or Akershus for breakfast.
So those are 2 table service credits too, those meals.
Except for Akershus. Is Akershus for breakfast?
Akershus might not be, but I
don't think
I think
Akershus
Cinderella.
is.
So I just want to break that out there. Like, so you'll have to use 2 of your credits for
Yep, that's a good
Artist
point.
Point
'Cause
and
signature.
Crystal. I mean, not Crystal.
Yeah,
Cinderella's Royal
Cinderella's.
Table. So just know that like that's double the credits. So that's why
point.
I like eating in Norway for breakfast. I
Yes.
think
It's true.
I think the food is pretty darn good in there, and then you get a great castle. You still get like a castle experience. It's like you walk by it like at Epcot, and you don't think like it looks as grand, obviously, as Cinderella's castle. But you go in there, and it feels so royal in there. Like I love the atmosphere in there, and the fact that it's 1 table service credit is like a no-brainer for me because you still see the princesses.
I'm exactly the same on that. Like once you're inside, it is amazing. It looks it looks as much castle-y on the inside as Cinderella's Royal Table castle. The only thing you get is when you dine at Cinderella's Royal Table, the plus of that is that every time you watch a Disney movie when you're back home, right? It's kind of that thing like when the movie starts and you see the outline of the castle, like we still do this to the day, like we ate there. You know, like I mean, I still think every Uber Disney fan, and this is your first trip, so you'll probably go back and you'll have other trips. But at some point, I think everybody should eat in the castle once. But you don't have to do it on the first trip. The value is definitely there at Akershus. The food, I think, is better. It's definitely a better value. And the experience overall at breakfast is better, I think. I would lean Akershus.
I haven't been there in a while, but those cheesy potatoes were like my favorite Disney food item for years. Because I mean, we went there every trip, right? I had a young princess, so we went to Akershus. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I always say it wrong. Inside joke in my family. But those cheesy potatoes like were the best thing, and I hope they haven't changed them. But either way, like it's a great meal.
You know what? Funny you should say that. I was watching Love Boat the other day, and the Love Boat docked in Sweden, and Captain Stubing came on, and they were going to Castle Akershus, and he pronounced it Akershus.
Look at that.
So that's officially
things we learned from the Love
that's
Boat.
canon. That's canon to me. If Stubing said it, that's how we're saying it. So, I mean that we're kind of all saying that we like Akershus is kind of the best overall because you're getting lots of princesses, you're getting good food, you're getting a better value. It's easier. Also, it's easier ADR to get, so it's not.
I know the 8-year-old likes the villains though, so that's where like the Artist Point thing is tricky, right? Because you got a villain. But
I don't find the food to be that. I mean, I haven't been to the Artist Point, but the food is the reason why I haven't been to Artist Point. The food does not sound that good to me. Like I've looked at their menu many times, and I've just been like, it's just okay.
I agree. They changed the menu when they went to the characters,
They
and
did.
it was a disappointing menu. And
It's
I've
a
been there
very
a couple
disappointing
times.
menu.
It's not the best. in my opinion.
Until they change that menu, I don't know that I will be going there because as cool as it would be to, dine with Maleficent and, stuff like that, like I'm paying a lot of money or not Maleficent. It's the evil queen. Sorry.
Mhm.
I'm paying a lot of money for, for my dinner and I would like to enjoy it. And if I'm just paying for the character, I mean, yes, I am paying for the character, of course, but like experience, but would like to enjoy eating as well. Like if I want both the bang for my buck there, and if I'm not enjoying the food that they have listed, then I'm probably not getting the bang for my buck. So I don't know that I would do Artist Point at all. Like it just doesn't appeal to me though. But if the menu appeals to you, then I say go for it.
So Akershus is in a park, right? So there's her one in park, good value, kind of overall experience dining character meal. Mohawk offered up Ohana breakfast for a second option in a resort. And I kind of second that because I love the food. I love the opportunity to go over to the Polynesian. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Magic Kingdom if you want to go there for your Magic. I like to go to the Magic Kingdom and rope drop it, do a late breakfast around 10:30. Go, have like a Pop-Tart or something that morning, kind of tide you over, rope drop Magic Kingdom, come back, and then you kind of make it your breakfast/lunch because it's a big breakfast. You got Stitch and Lilo, and I think Mickey's there.
Yeah, Mickey and Pluto, I believe, are still there.
Yes. And Stitch is going to be all the hotness this summer.
Oh, Stitch is going to be all the hotness.
That'll carry over into the fall when they're there. That'll be the greatest, thing going. That might be an option. I mean, can you think of any other good character meals at the resort?
I had Cape May for breakfast. I feel like it's a nice character buffet. The characters are really fun, interactive with you. At least the times that I've been there before. So Cape May was the one that came to my brain first.
It's a good call. Scotty?
Yeah.
Well, I just shared this on a Must See Adventure episode, but 1900 Park Fair was the go-to for me for sure. Just in case that they didn't do the other one because you have Cinderella there. So
I was thinking about that too. Yeah.
So you do have some royalty there, and Aladdin is there.
And you have Mirabelle.
Yeah, I know it's cute. It's a cute. Now I wish they had I wish they kind of switched them at dinner time again, like they used to. So you used to have Pooh and Mad Hatter at breakfast, and then you had the step sisters and the evil stepmother. Like that was pretty cool, but still, I think that's an awesome character meal option. And you get to go to Grand Floridian, which is, like Mike said, man, you can check out the Polynesian. Well, you can check out the Grand Floridian too, which I think is also beautiful.
All right, let's see.
We didn't help you. We gave you so many.
No, we did not.
But you can't go wrong with any of them. So just kind of take your choice there. You can look them up over at themouseforless.com. You got all the menus.
And the nice part is all of those are one table service credit too. So that part's really huge too. So
you're covered. With me, you're going to get a good value. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Now. All right, we got a last question from Michael in Annapolis, Maryland. One of my great guests over at the Magic for Less says, "Hey Mike, thanks for helping book our surf and turf graduation celebration at the end of May. After our cruise on the Treasure, we'll be spending some time at the parks. We have a question about getting to the Hoop-Dee-Doo review," which we have Mr. Hoop-Dee-Doo review here with us. We'll be at the Magic Kingdom that day, and I presume we can just take a bus to Fort Wilderness. What happens from there? Does the bus take us all the way back to Pioneer Hall? Will we have to transfer to a different bus line, or is there a better way to get there? How much travel time should we allocate to make our 6:15 reservation? Thanks so much, Mike. And funny thing is, he's from Annapolis, Scott, because that's where the Navy midshipmen are. No, you don't take a bus to the Magic Kingdom.
You don't do a bus.
Toot, toot. What do you do, Scott?
Take a boat.
Yes,
my
you
friend.
do. You take a boat.
Toot, toot. I know you just got off the ship on the Treasure.
Take another
so
cruise.
I don't know if you're a little seasick or not. But no, you absolutely do not do a bus. Mm-hmm. If you're coming directly from the Magic Kingdom, you take a boat and it takes you right to Pioneer Hall. And plus, you're on a boat. The boat is my favorite ride almost in all of Walt Disney World. The boat ride from Magic Kingdom, because you go past the Contemporary, you go past the Wilderness Lodge, you go all the way back, way out there in Bay Lake. It is a spectacular ride. And if depending on the time of year, and what time your show is, you might see a sunset too, which is awesome, right? I love the sunset. So it's a glorious time to be on a boat then. So take the boat.
Yeah. I mean, it's just problem solved. It drops you off right there. Boom. You just walk
now,
up.
If you can't do a boat, if people are tired, yes. Or, you just got off the cruise or you really want to do the bus, you can take a bus.
No, that is such a hassle. That is going to be a nightmare.
Because it is a hassle. You have to go through the inner bus loop and then it's cool. You see the fort, but the boat is the only answer.
Don't do that. Take the boat. Seriously, because it's one of the big friendship boats. It's a big dog. It's not one of the little launches. Yeah, you're good.
And even if you can't sit outside, because like if you're the first ones to line up, everyone takes the outdoor seating, but the windows open on the interior seating too, and you get a nice breeze in there too. It's so nice.
Yeah, or you could take a minivan if you really want to roll, but take the boat. I mean, seriously, it's right there. You walk out of the Magic Kingdom, just keep walking straight, and you're on the boat dock, and just doot, doot, right there. It drops you off.
Now, back will be the tricky part, right? So if you're not staying at like one of those resorts or whatnot, you could just take the boat back to Magic Kingdom and then hop on your bus from there is what I would do.
Yep, that's what I do too. Yep. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. But if you have a question, drop it in the inbox. So you get in the queue here. It's Mike at beourguestpodcast.com. Just put listener question in the header and we'll get you queued up for the next podcast. Or just join us live on Monday afternoons and be a part of the fun. Don't forget, our show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure. And the best part, the price is right. Just like Bob Barker said, no additional cost to you. Absolutely free each and every time. So check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air. We couldn't do it without your support. It's $5 a month. And for that, you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow us all on the social media. Scott is at Epscott, EPSCOT. But check them out over on Must See Adventures. Like and subscribe while you're over there, because we are getting ready to spin the Wheel of Destiny for that $25 Disney gift card. If not already, we'll be rolling into the next one, because every 25, it happens. So do that. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike. All the socials, just check us out and join us in the clubhouse. beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. That's where we hang out 24/7. It's like a 24-hour listener question show. But we also talk sports, we talk life, and of course, we talk Disney like crazy. We have a sub-channel for the resorts, the theme parks, the international parks. The dining never stops. I mean, I think we're just always hungry. It's crazy. We have a good time. We're waiting for you to get over there. I'll welcome you personally. Come on over, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse, and join us on Sunday night. We open up the phone lines. It was a miracle. It worked. The new phone number worked last Sunday night. I'm guessing. My dad even called and said, did the new phone number work? I'm like, pretty much. It was a miracle. Yeah. After the first 30 minutes when nobody called and made me sweat bullets like I was the guy in an airplane trying to land, like I was Ted Stryker. But then when somebody called from Lake St. Louis, it was great. We're good. So yeah, give us a call Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. We'll take your calls and have a good time. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. Tune in and we'll have a good time with that. So we'll be back again on Friday, and we are talking resort hopping at Walt Disney World. What we're going to do is a best of the best. We're going to give some situations like I'm going to give I hear train.
It's my house.
I love that. I'm like sitting here just talking. I'm like, is there a train coming by? It's just Ricky's
there's a train. It's fine.
It's called ambiance, people. I love that. I love that. I'm like,
it's not as fun as the Disney train.
I'm not gonna lie. I pay for these good cans, and I'm going to use them, man, because I hear a train coming in. That's awesome. Anyway, what was it? Oh, so we're going. That would work great for Friday. Like, what resort would you hear a train coming by you right there? No, but we're going to talk about the Walt Disney World resorts and just give situations. Like, I'm going to say, which Walt Disney World resort is the best for a late night stroll? Think about that, because there is one that is definitely head and shoulders above any other Walt Disney World resort for a late night stroll. We're going to talk about that, other situations. So getting ready to resort hop at Walt Disney World on Friday. So until then, for Scott and Ricky, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.